My hair, it's a whole situation right now. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Game Sketch. Today, and only today, we are here to talk about a little thing I like to call Nintendo's fucking mystery that's going on. So basically, right now we are in February. It is feeling like we are nearing direct time. It feels like it's time. And one of the traditions we've had for the past few years now is that Nintendo early on in the year has been revealing their big fall games. So for example, in 2017 when they did that January Switch event, they announced Mario Odyssey. In 2018 in their early March or late February Direct, they announced Smash. And then last year it was Pokemon, which obviously doesn't fully count, but you know what I mean. So they've done a tradition basically of kind of announcing their big fall title early on in the year. And I feel like this year is going to be no different. And right now we're kind of sitting here wondering, what is the next big fall game? There's a couple of candidates, and I kind of wanted to bring this up because of a rumor that popped up thanks to Sabi. Now Sabi, if you guys don't know, he's a dude who's leaked a lot of shit. Now he hasn't gotten everything right. Again, leakers are not 100% right. You gotta remember that. They've fucking burned us out before, but I want to just use it kind of as an excuse to speculate and talk. So basically, what Sabi said on his Twitter was that we'd be getting a game this year, this fall, that would involve tires, right? And he also said that Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be slipping to 2021 because they want to like polish it up and make sure about that stuff. Now, here's the thing. In general, I've been saying I don't think Breath of the Wild 2 is this year. There's been this narrative going around that the game is this year for some reason. I don't necessarily believe that. I think this game, it would make more sense that it's early 2021, like maybe around when the first game came out, because yes, I know they have the engine. People always bring up that argument of they have the engine, they have the assets, it's just about building new story and new areas and stuff. But you gotta also remember, like, it's more than just that. And not only that, but like, this game is gonna be a sequel to a game that is not just like beloved, it is like iconic now, right? This game is going to go like Breath of the Wild is already in the history books as one of the most iconic legendary games of all time. So obviously following that up, you can't necessarily replicate that, but you gotta improve on that and make sure people know why this style of Zelda is the future, right? So that's why I think they might need a little more time with it. So it's either going to be early 2021, or hey, even I wouldn't be shocked if that could be later in 2021. But yeah, so I don't think that's the fall game either way. But either way, Sabi is saying that it could be leaked, and then who knows, it might be. Now, the thing about the tires comment is that the fall game could involve tires. Now, obviously, our first inclination right there is Mario Kart. There was another dude on Twitter, I don't know what the fuck his name is, but he's got like a Pokemon profile picture. You've probably seen him around, and he's gotten a shit ton of things right about Nintendo in the past. And he's mentioned that Nintendo is going to have a IP this fall that involves racing that isn't necessarily Mario Kart. Now, that could be him being a smartass and being like, it's not Mario Kart 9, it's like Mario All-Star Racing or some shit. Now, here's my thing about this. First of all, you have to know, if they announce a new Mario Kart or Nintendo racing game or whatever the fuck, I'm going to lose my mind. Like, if I don't know what I would do to myself. I don't know the screams that would come out of me. I don't know what my reaction would be. I feel like I would just have a fucking like aneurysm, like live on stream, or like a fucking panic attack. I don't know. Either way, it would be insane to me if that happens. Because look, you gotta think, right? The team that developed a Mario Kart 8, the last game they worked on was ARMS, right? They actually worked on that game. And that game, what came out 2017, obviously they supported with DLC, but that was probably like a smaller portion of the team working on that, while the big team worked on other stuff. And again, there's always a Mario Kart in development somehow, right? Like, it's like, I'm sure after Mario Kart Deluxe, yeah, they worked on the carts and stuff, but I'm sure there's another team R&Ding ideas for a sequel and shit. So I think no matter what, Mario Kart 9 or whatever the next Mario racing game or kart game in general from that team is happening. Now, if it is this fall, I don't know if that's, man, I don't know. Like, it's such a tough one because you gotta think, Mario Kart 8 is selling extremely well. I feel like that kind of fucks us a little bit, because I feel like Nintendo sits there and says, well, why release a new Mario Kart when this one is still selling like crazy? Like, Mario Kart 8, we just found out, hit 22 million copies, 23 almost million copies sold as of end of December 2019, and that's just going to continue to grow. Now, obviously, if there's a new kart racer out there, Mario Kart 8 sales drop down, and then the next games, whatever sales go up, and it's like, it becomes a question. Now, if what the other guy says is true and it's not Mario Kart, and maybe they call it Nintendo Kart, or they call it Mario Kart All-Star Racing, or Nintendo All-Stars or some shit, to me, that sounds insane, right? Because, again, the other option is what? the Star Fox Grand Prix game, but that doesn't involve tires, right? Or necessarily, or it's not, I don't think it's Diddy Kong Racing, because again, that's a cool game, but that's not a big fall game, right? And I think, so Mario Kart could be a massive thing, because again, even though Mario Kart 8 is selling like crazy, you gotta think, Pokemon Sword and Shield sold 16 million copies in a month and a half. A new Mario Kart game could do that easily, especially with more Switches out there, and even do more. So it's like, the hype of a new Mario Kart could be insane, and I just think it would be crazy, because again, even for people that have played Mario Kart 8 since 2017, I mean, it has been 3 years, it will have been 3 years this year for them, so even they'll be like, okay, I want some new stuff. And obviously for us who have played this on the Wii U, it's been what, 6 years now? It's been 6 years since the new Mario Kart, and it's like, we just want more shit. And man, because for Mario Kart, the new Mario Kart, I feel like there's two approaches they could take. One, there's the obviously Nintendo Kart, where it's like, there's Kirby tracks, there's F-Zero tracks, well, we already have those, but there's more, what's it called, there's more Legend of Zelda tracks, there's Rhythm Heaven tracks, there's Golden Sun tracks, I don't fucking know, there's a million tracks, Donkey Kong track, well, we have those, you know what I mean? And it's like, that's to me the ideal scenario, that we get tracks from all across the Nintendo series, because that really opens the floodgates to creative ideas. Like, man, imagine a Metroid stage where like you're flying through like a spaceship area and like things are carrying you around. It just sounds crazy, right? And to me, that's the ideal scenario. Now, ideal scenario number 2 is what a lot of people have said with what if they do Mario Kart Ultimate, which is they remake every single track in the series and they literally just make this is the ultimate Mario Kart. Every track in history is here. There's going to be obviously some new ones, but it is mainly going to be that every track from the series is here. Now, that is a double-edged sword to it, because that seems like a lot of development work. I mean, there's a shit ton of Mario Kart tracks. I mean, there's 8 games in the series, and each one has had about like, what, 20 to 24 new courses? So it's like, that would be a lot of work, but that would be fucking crazy. And also, it's like, I don't know if they would, but that would be amazing. And like every character and every car and everything, so that would be really cool. Or it's a brand new just Mario Kart. Like that's another scenario. It could just be Mario Kart 9, it's more Mario Kart, it's more old track remakes, new tracks, and I'm okay with that. It's like Mario Kart's just an awesome gameplay style and thing in general that I'm okay with anything. Now, let's talk about another thing, right? Now, granted, again, this is just a rumor. So let's say it's not Mario Kart. The other theory I have for a big fall game is the only logical one, which is a 3D Mario, right? So Mario Odyssey came out October 2017, so if a new one came out this fall, it would be 3 years later. And again, that one makes a little more sense than Breath of the Wild, because Breath of the Wild got 2 massive expansions, you gotta remember. Mario Odyssey didn't get shit except like a fucking, what? It got Luigi's Balloon World and it got costumes, and costumes are cool, but I don't think there was a core team working on the Mario Odyssey costumes. So you've got that. It's like, to me, Mario Odyssey being the fall game feels like that would like kill it this fall. And it's like, it's gotta be either this fall or next year. Like, there's no way they're going longer than that without an Odyssey, because again, Odyssey was such a success with selling near 17 million copies. It's the best-selling 3D Mario, and that gameplay style with Cappy and transformation has so much more to be fleshed out. I feel like it's going to be like a Galaxy 2 situation, where you already thought Mario Odyssey 1 was incredible. Now imagine Odyssey 2 with like more crazy areas, more transformation and stuff. I think it's going to be amazing. Now again, that's another option. To me, again, that's it for me. Honestly, like, it's like, when you consider that there's no Pokemon game this year, right, as the fall game, right? We've got Mystery Dungeon, we've got the 2 expansions. Nintendo is going to have a big fall game. They always do. It's like a tradition by this point. And it's like, it's either got to be Breath of the Wild 2, a new Mario Kart, or Mario Odyssey 2. I don't think they're pulling a 2D Mario yet. We just had Mario Maker, and I know they don't coincide, but Mario Bros. U Deluxe is still selling really well for them, and Mario Maker 2 is still selling. It's sold about 5 million copies, so I think they might need like another year-ish for a 2D Mario. But hey, if they have a new traditional 2D Mario for the fall, that's crazy. And it's like, those are really your options for a big fall thing. Again, Nintendo always has something, especially this year with new consoles coming out. You want to have a game that draws people to be like, I'm just gonna buy this game instead for my Switch, instead of getting a PS4 for $1 billion and getting a bunch of random launch games. So it's like, I don't know what it's gonna be, but again, it's gotta be, I really do think it's between one of those 4. The only big 4 games they could even, I mean, if you consider Pokemon, which isn't happening, the only big fall games they ever do is a Pokemon, a Zelda, a Mario, or a Mario Kart or something, right? It's like, and I think those are the options. And my ideal world, right, is that, to me, I would love a Mario Kart. Again, as much as I want Odyssey 2 with my life, that's going to be my baby when that's revealed. a new Mario Kart to me just sounds so enticing and so incredible that that's really what I want, and I'm so... If that happens, man, like, if they reveal... Oh my... If in the February Direct they show us a new Mario Kart with, like, Nintendo racers and shit, like, oh my god. I'm gonna lose my mind, man. If I see fucking... What's the name? If I see Olimar in a cart and we're driving a Pikmin track. If I see fucking Pikachu and we're driving... Oh, jeez. That, like... That's too much for me to bear, and if that happens, I'll lose it. But again, we'll see what it is. What do you guys think the big Nintendo fall game is? Do you think it's a new kind of Mario Kart game? Do you think it's a traditional one? Do you think it's Mario Odyssey 2? Hey, do you think maybe it's still Breath of the Wild 2? So let me know what you think, and I'll see you all next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at @yuyukami. Follow me on Twitch at the GameScage and all that shit. I gotta learn to plug my shit better. So thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Peace. I love you.